it was good that we got some young guys. LeBaron's a freshman, got to play. Holloway's first year with us, got to play a decent amount of minutes with some of those other guys being out. Darion's been out a lot in the summer and the fall with some injuries, so he's a little bit rusty. But we're able to get him 24 minutes, and Cliff, we need to get Cliff kind of used to our pace and our system a little bit more. So I think we got a lot of new guys, a lot of minutes. Kind of if you go through the roster and look, I mean, out of the 5 starters, only 1 was with us last year, and then off the bench, Mo and Jaron were with us last year. That was it. I think we needed to get the new guys kind of used to how we playing, but we got to be a lot better in a lot of areas. So super thankful Memphis agreed to do this for us. I'm glad we got to come up here to Huntsville. I think the crowd was great. I wish we'd have played a little bit better for them in the second half, but they were great. I enjoyed the game, and glad we were able to get a win, but definitely got a lot to work on here.
Question for the players?
Yes,
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. LeBaron, what's it been like for you to adjust to the D1 level as a freshman?
Just coming in, making the right plays, and just trusting the guys around me. Not trying to do too much, and just being able to go out and play hard every time I get in. That's one of the biggest things Coach Oatman's been talking about, and just being a young leader and being able to communicate with the older guys and and the new guys, and just try to play around and play in a good system.
Yeah, LeBaron, what's the key to having confidence in freshmen so quickly?
Not being nervous, being able to take care of the ball. I had 3 turnovers. I didn't do a great job in this game, but just keeping your head up and being confident that you're able to take care of the ball and bring the ball up and make the right plays. So, and the guys, they trust me to do, make the right plays, and I just, go out there and do it.
Houston, talk about, I know you were a little banged up earlier, you're healthy now. Talk about fitting in with these guys, and you're really efficient offensively.
Coach O gives a lot of freedom to play in his system, and I love the way we play. I think being banged up early, I got to watch a lot of film and watch a lot of practice, kind of get used to, how we do things. I've been able to play a lot of minutes in my career, so, just not taking any moment for granted. Just coming out here and just playing as hard as I possibly can for the coaches and for my teammates.
Just for both of y'all, what you kind of notice Memphis doing well, playing really aggressive beyond the 3-point line? You guys kind of move the ball around the arc.
On their offensive side, they crash the glass really well. They try to get on the old boards, and we didn't do a great job of trying to keep them off the old boards. But they try to play off turnovers. They like to get up in you and force you to turn the ball over and play off that. So we try to take care of the ball more and just be solid.
Yeah, like piggybacking off of what LeBaron said, like they just played very physical. They tried to get us to turn the ball over. They did a good job at that, and they crashed the glass pretty hard. We didn't do a great job blocking them out. So I think they just try to, speed the game up, send 2 guys to the ball.
Baron, I know last time you were in Huntsville, you had like a 30-point game in the Huntsville Classic. What's it been like coming back here? What's it been like playing back in Alabama?
It's fun, just playing around Alabama natives like Mark Sears, family being able to come to every game, and being able to trust a good coach and Coach Oates. So that's a big thing, why I wanted to come back and play for this school.
Do you think it's both of y'all as well? Having a 20-point lead going into halftime, how do you guys kind of battle with the talent you have? Maybe some of your own, whether it's complacency or just try to, stay locked in and stay the course and, not have comebacks, like we saw kind of tonight.
Yeah, we had the edit at halftime on what we were supposed to execute, and we came out there and we did not execute it. I think we have to do a much better job with that. Overall, we just have to play harder. Like, game's not 20 minutes. I don't think we played our best basketball in the first half. We kind of got a feel for how they played, but we didn't, out there as players, we didn't make the right adjustments that the coaches were having us make. So I think overall, we have a lot of veterans on the team. Me personally, and other guys, we have to do a better job leading, kind of handling that. And you can't get complacent. The basketball games are long. They made a comeback, and it's kind of just an ugly battle the rest of the game.
Okay, we're going to let the players go. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Good work. All right, Baron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have some offensive firepower, and we're playing a team in Memphis that was willing to run. I mean, they wanted to run too, so they want to run. They're better in transition night than we were, so got a lot of possessions. We didn't make free throws either. Like, I did think when we shot it decent from three, we didn't get enough threes off. Part of that's our turnovers. We just didn't move the ball well enough, but we shot it all right from the field. We just missed some free throws, turned it over. When you get a high possession game with two teams like us, you got a chance to end up with 96 points. But the efficiency wasn't where we needed it to be, though.
How do you think y'all handled kind of the pressure and the physicality early on, just as the game went, and how beneficial is it to play a team that's as physical as Memphis is in the preseason?
Yeah, I think it was really good to play a team like that because we're going to have to play Houston yet. We're going to have to play Tennessee yet. I didn't think we did a very good job handling their physicality most of the game, to be honest with you. That's why we ended up with 20 turnovers. So, we're going to have to be a lot better before we play some of these more aggressive physical teams that are coming up.
Coach Oates, what was your impression of Memphis and how far do you think they can go this season?
Yeah, I think Memphis has really good athletes. They got, obviously Haggerty's good. Hunter's been great in his career. They've got really good backcourt. They've got rim protection. I think they got a chance to be pretty good. I thought they gave better effort than us for a lot of the night. So, they've got good guard play. They got bigs that get to the old boards and they can protect the rim. And I think they got a chance. I mean, they were picked second in the American behind who? Oh, UAB was picked 1 and Memphis 2. I mean, I think they're going to be right there in the fight to win it. I mean, UAB is obviously really good too, but they're going to have a chance to win the American. They'll be right in it again.
Coach, what was in the second half? What was the key? What was the kind of breakdowns defensively? You guarded them pretty well, held them to 29 in that first half. What did you think the struggles were on the defensive end?
Look, we gave up 16 points the first 3 minutes of the second half. I didn't think our mentality was right coming out of the half. I thought, which is a little disappointing, a little immature. Up 20 at the half, come out, think it's going to be easy. Next thing you know, you give up 16 points first 3 minutes of the half. I thought, we got driven too much, gave up offensive rebounds, first possession of the second half, we gave up an old board, gave up another one at the free throw line, we fouled too much. Our mentality wasn't good to start second half, and it kind of continued the entire second half.
Kind of similar question to the players, and you kind of spoke about it. I mean, as you head into the season, knowing the talent you have, and you're going to be in situations where you might have big leads like this, how do you kind of try and instill that, trying to avoid complacency and staying alive to sustain those?
Yeah, we've talked about this as a team. The efficiency numbers matter. When you're playing for tournament seeding, your defensive efficiency, wherever the possession comes in the course of the game, no matter what your lead is, they're all the same. So it doesn't matter whether you're up 20, up 10, first possession of the game, tie game with 2 minutes to go. They should all be played with the appropriate intensity. You're trying to get, our defensive efficiency numbers were not good last year. We're trying to fix all that this year. So you can't take possessions off if you're up 20 and get your efficiency numbers fixed. So I was really disappointed with our effort in the second half on the defensive end. And part of it is our turnovers fed some of the transition too. Our offense and how soft we were with the ball fed some of those easy, I've got a couple in my mind, like Darian just hands on the ball and they just lay it in with no contest at all. That had nothing to do with our defense. It was all our offense. So our offense, how soft we were with the ball contributed to some of those points on the defensive end too.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Appreciate you guys covering it. It was great being up here in Huntsville. You guys do a good job supporting us up in Huntsville, so I appreciate it.
Thank you for bringing your opinion.
Yeah, I'll say that this game really showed us the level of speed and aggressiveness that you have to play with. Was appreciative of the game here from Coach Oates, and again, we took away some nice things. You know, bad first half, but came back the second half and fought like we knew how to play. And we'll take some nuggets from this game and get back and be ready to practice and be ready for Missouri.
Questions for the players?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dang, how do you feel about your performance in this matchup as you have played 2 top 10 programs in these past 2 exhibitions?
I feel like I'm great. You know, I'm getting my body back right. The last exhibition we had, I had a couple of back problems, but I'm feeling good, and I just changed my mentality. You know, I try to come out, have energy, and you know, just be a big presence on the defensive end. You know, I knew I would get myself going. So.
Tyrese, how do you feel as the point guard of this team after playing 2 top 10 programs in the 2 exhibition games?
I think we're still learning as a whole group. Even myself, just getting the feel out there with those guys, being going at it. So, pretty good. Just got to get better in certain areas. Just keep progressing throughout the whole year.
And Tyrese, was the message kind of at halftime to attack, because you guys really seemed to attack Alabama, not just settle for threes and jump shots, but you're trying to get to the rim?
Yeah, I think it's just you got to be an aggressor. You got to throw punches first and be confident. Going into the basket. Whether they help kick out, just be aggressive the whole time.
Does PJ's ability to kind of step up in the second half? He's kind of done that twice now. Does that surprise either of you?
No, I think BJ didn't put through this last year going on to this year his reputation over the player who he is and who you can expect him to be. So I think it's no surprise. You just got to play off that, and he makes the guys around him better. So.
Dave, what's the talk in the locker room after going down 20? What inspired y'all to fight that hard in the second half?
I mean, really just our energy. I feel like we just talked about just doing the little things. It starts on the defensive end. So just locking in on that, and then rebounds. We kind of got out rebounded the first half. So the talk was just focusing on the little things. We knew we could come back. We was just keeping our energy high.
And what did you think you did well, and what can you build on going forward?
Ball screen coverages. I feel like I can still do a little bit better on that. I feel like I made some improvements today. But just my defense. I know I'm a scorer down there. Get to the foul line. So, just making my free throws. So, yeah.
Two games. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, this is for you. There's 2 games like this where it's kind of like up and down a little bit, and obviously both losses. Does it do anything to your confidence level, whether it's good or bad going into the season? Feel less confident?
I feel like we just as good as these teams. It's just the little stuff. Just rebounding, making the extra plays. Boxing out, talking to each other, communicating. I feel like we just as good as these teams, if not better. We just got to tighten up on the little things. We got to practice. The way we practice is a big thing. We got to practice harder. Guys seen how we can play in the second half, so I feel like we just start off like that and just play like that the whole game. Just as good as anybody in the country.
As you guys have played these 2 games, do you feel like you found your identity, or you still feel like you need to play a little bit more basketball to figure it out?
I think we found our identity, just knowing who we are and the team that we want to be. And like I said, that's just building confidence throughout the whole team and establishing who we're going to be. And that starts, just in practice, just playing hard, and giving guys confidence in their role and who they're going to be throughout the season.
All right, we'll let the players go and take some questions for Coach. Thank you, guys.
Plenty, we heard from Dane, but in the locker room at halftime when you're down 20, what buttons are you pressing on your guys to get them to get up?
Yeah, it was obvious that they came out with so much aggression on both ends of the floor. You could tell they were trying to knock us out early. They were trying to be in control of the game from the very beginning on the offensive end, attacking the paint, on the defensive end, playing very physical. blowing up our dribble handoffs and not letting us post up easily and not letting us get to the basket. So they just played harder and wanted it more in the first half, and we got in the deficit. We were close for about 6 or 7 minutes, and then they made a run and pushed away. And I always say it at halftime, because we weren't boxing out, they had 10 offensive rebounds, and we were like, hey, if we're going to do anything in the second half, we're going to hit, and then from there we're going to space the floor and get more paint touches instead of threes, and that's what happened.
I asked the players about this a second ago, obviously, but this is the second time in these exhibitions that PJ has really stepped up with the scoring in the second half. Is that kind of the idea there, to kind of let him be the one to close the gap?
Well, I've seen that up close and personal last year when he played for Tulsa, so I know how dynamic he is. And I think as the moment gets bigger, he goes harder and he becomes the guy. And I think these guys understand that. Tyrese said it. He has a reputation of being able to take over games, and in both second halves he did that. So that's just who he is.
And Coach, now that you've had a chance to see Alabama, you watched them all from, you've seen it up close. What is your overall impressions for first part? And the second question, talk about adding a guy like Mike Davis to your staff, who everybody loves throughout the state.
Yeah, well, first, just see a well-coached, dynamic, tough group that's together. That's what I see in Alabama. They execute, and they're very tough. It's just, Coach Oates has done a great job of putting them in position and recruiting character and recruiting guys that he knows that wants to win for the culture and not just for themselves. So that's what I see. And then adding Coach Mike Davis has been a dream. He's been a guy that from day one has been in the office countless hours just trying to help me in every kind of way. We talk every day, pretty much 3 or 4 times a day, whether in person or on the phone, just about basketball all the time. So I finally met a match with a guy that loves the game and wants to be around the game and talk the game all the time. So it's been great having him.
Yes, Coach, what was it like to witness Musa Cisse, a guy who returned to this program and had a great effort tonight, and also a guy like Baraka, who's been a pretty good defensive specialist for you in the past 2 seasons?
Yeah, it was great to see Musa back. Obviously we wanted him to play against Carolina, but didn't want to chance anything. But this was a great test for him because they really went small ball a lot with him out on the court. And just to see him just get his wind and rim protect and try to get back in because he's been injured a lot. Like out of the last couple months, he's probably only had 5 or 6 practices, 7 practices, so he's kind of out of rhythm. But I gave him more minutes tonight, and Dane was having a fantastic game. But since it was the last exhibition, I kind of wanted to see him out there and give him some minutes. And Baraka is just a guy that cares. He's tough and he competes. And you're going to get that every night.
Are you worried about the shooting, about the three-point shooting specifically? It's, I think, 6 out of 30-something the first 2 games. Like, is it too soon to worry about it?
Yeah, I think it's too soon because in the North Carolina game, we took a lot of very low percentage threes. Tonight we had better looks and just didn't make them. But when we start playing through the guys a different way and then get more spot ups and play out of closeouts, then it'll be more opportunities for us to get knockdowns because we shoot every day as much as any team in the country, and this team can shoot. It's just a matter of how we're getting them. I think guys are just over anxious. I mean, you don't have every day where you play the number 9 team in the country and the number 2 team in the country. Maybe they put an added pressure on themselves because nobody plays the schedule like this early in the season. You get a chance to build up. So for us, it was good. Shooting wasn't good, but I'm sure we'll make them as we go on.
And then Colby not starting, was there anything?
No. I think I just wanted to give Rook a chance to get out there and bring Kobe off the bench. Nothing personal, man. We just got to all row the boat in the same direction. No matter what I decide, they have to back me and have my back, and then we just have to go to war as a team.
Okay, we get 2 more questions. First one back here.
Coach, you brought the pressure up full court this game. Obviously didn't do that against North Carolina. Still gave up a lot of points, but forcing turnovers, kind of that chaos in the second half. What did you see from this group with the pressure?
Yeah, the pressure was great. I give that an A, because we got up, obviously being in practice and then having an opportunity to. I didn't do it against Carolina. I did it tonight, and it looked really good without us really, doing it every single day. We work on it, but we don't work on it like that. And just to see those guys compete in the second half and get up in pressure, the pressure bothered them. We turned them over 20 times, so it gives me some confidence because we have a couple more different things that we do full court that we're going to add, but we know that we have that in our back pocket with that trap.
Up front, right here.
Tyreek Smith, can you kind of explain what happened, why he was held out, and will he be good for Mizzou?
Yeah, after the days that he came back, had a great practice that first day, and the next day, he and Nick got in a tussle, and Nick fell. He gets the rebound and then lands on Nick's foot, and then tweaks his ankle. So that, to me, was just bad luck. It was just, we really needed him tonight because his energy would have matched with those guys. I'm hoping that he's back by Missouri, but we're just being cautious right now. But he did have he landed on Nick's foot and like tweaked his ankle. So he's doing light shooting, but not anything major.
And then Una, is it Kibi?
Yeah, Kibi.
What's the status update on him?
Yeah, that's just something to do with academics and eligibility, as far as getting him eligible.
Right here's the last question.
Yes, Coach. Ask the players about the identity of the team. How you feel about that?
I think tonight we established who we are. In that second half, we established that we're tough, get up in your face, pressure you, make you, disrupt you. This group is finally understanding that's what it's all about. And when Dane said we have to practice harder, it's not, we have to kick them in the butt to make them practice harder. So they know now the energy of playing the number 2 team in the country, what it looks like, what it feels like. And our identity now is that team that we had in the second half. That's who we are.
All right, Coach, thanks for bringing
Thank
the
you.
team to Huntsville.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
And it needs to be a little colder in there next time.
You're playing on top of ice. Thanks a lot, Coach. Yeah, appreciate it. Good luck to you guys.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. TVU check, mic check. JJ, you got it? Mo, you got it? Memphis, you got it? Hello, hello.